What's up, guys? I'm BTC. We just found out what that big experimental game mode is going to be. This will take effect tomorrow, and what it's doing is having some pretty big changes to the 2 capture point game mode, and they're trying to address a couple of things. So the first thing that they're trying to look at is the snowballing, which is when the attacking team very quickly captures point A, and then they're also able to very quickly capture point B because they have such an advantage from being able to build their ultimate charge quickly, whereas the defending team isn't able to do that. So if you lose point A very quickly, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to lose point B as well. And then the second thing is the matches tended to be really short, and this usually results from the previously mentioned snowballing, and it was more of an issue in quick play, where losing in just a few minutes never feels good and is technically impossible in the other game modes, whose mechanics force a more balanced pace to the match. So what is in this new game mode? These are the changes. The game mode has been changed into a shorter set of rounds where after each point capture, the round ends and the teams switch side. The game will begin with Team 1 attempting to take point A, and once Team 1 either succeeds or fails to capture point A, Team 2 will then get to try to capture the same point. If both teams successfully capture point A, then the game will move to point B, where both teams will then repeat the process to attempt to capture the same point. The team who succeeds in capturing more points wins the game. Each team has 6 minutes on the clock, and extra time is not awarded on point captures. The assemble and setup times have been dramatically shortened for 3 rounds and above, and when a team defends point A for the second and subsequent times, they will spawn in a new spawn room just off the point. This spawn room deactivates when the round starts. The intention here was to reduce the setup time as much as possible. And then the attacker and defender respawn times have also been changed. Most notably, the defenders take longer to spawn during point B. Alright, so that's a lot of stuff. Essentially, what's going to happen is both teams try to take point A, and if both of them get it, then you move on to point B. But it's broken up, so it's not like you go right from point A to point B. You take turns. So rather than having the entire thing switch over when you go point A, point B, and then the other team tries point A, point B, it's now point A, point A, point B, and then back to point A, and back to point B, point B. And what they found out here is that there was a lot of really great things happening with the change. The snowballing was just completely eliminated. It wasn't even possible anymore. And the defending teams no longer needed to make a decision as to whether giving up point A was advantageous. With only the 1 point, you always want to fully commit. So focusing on a single objective per round was really refreshing. Also, blowouts felt less drawn out in this mode because after losing point A on defense, if a team can't retake the same point, then the match is just over. An interesting side effect of the changes was that many of the matches felt paced better than standard 2 capture point modes. There would be several minutes of intense action, followed by a short break for setup between rounds, and then both teams would go at it again. Even though we had some great results from these changes, it's important to reiterate that this will not make it to the retail environment, at least not in the current form. The biggest single problem with the game mode is the really short rounds causing the match to feel disjointed and choppy. It was too difficult to build ultimate charge with certain heroes, and the game just didn't feel like Overwatch in these cases. There are also issues with the understandability of the mode. It can be confusing to switch sides so many times in a match, and there were cases where the round would reset on point B and the defending team would just run out the clock in habit. We're hoping that you view this as a behind-the-scenes look into our development, share your thoughts, and have fun playing the mode. So essentially, this is going to be something that everybody can mess around with probably for a week or so until they start the summer games, which is probably going to start somewhere between August 4th to August 11th. And then once the summer game starts up, they're going to take this down. But this is not meant to be a permanent thing, and unlike many of the other experimental mode changes, this will not be moving over to the live version of the game. This is just to mess around with. They are still working on the 2 capture point game modes. I know that there's a lot of different stuff that they've been testing, and that this is just one of those things. So they're probably going to have more changes at some point in the future, maybe a month or two down the line when they're going to try out some other things. But for right now, this is the new game mode, and this will be available tomorrow. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, it might be a little confusing just trying to explain how it works. If you actually play it, then it's going to be a different situation because you'll see just more easily how it's going to function. But what do you guys think about this change, and would you rather have something like this in the game, or the current that we already have, or possibly something else? Let me know down below. Also, I got a brand new video over on my second channel, link down below, go and check it out. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.